Now, I don't know what Joe Biden's trying to pull when he tweets out something like this, but I think it has the opposite effect. So he tweets out, healthcare should be a right, not a privilege. Okay, that's the guy who promised to veto Medicare for all. That's the guy who won't even give you a public option. That's the guy. And now he comes tweeting out, healthcare should be a right, not a privilege. That's like Chris Christie tweeting out, buffet should be single serve. It's an insult to my intelligence. And I don't have much, and that's how much of an insult it is. I don't have much intelligence, and it's still, he found a little bit I have, and he insulted it. And with the beginning of the open enrollment period today, we can continue delivering on that promise. Signing up is easy. Simply go to healthcare.gov, then select the plan that works best for you and your family. Signing up is easy. Simply get all the cash you have, go to healthcare.gov, and give it to them. Borrow money, sell shit if you have to. How about the plan that works best for you and your family? You know, the one that doesn't complete you, put you in the red each month. Can you find one like that? Healthcare is a right in every other industrialized nation, but not ours. So go buy yours. Go buy yours.
He can give us Medicare for all right now.
Right now, Joe Biden could take out his pen and sign an executive order that declares an emergency, which they've already declared we're in. We're in a pandemic emergency, which is why they can mandate shit and shut down your business and make you wear masks. They've already declared we're in an emergency, and so the Constitution gives Joe Biden the power during an emergency to give health care to everybody in the country. Just expand Medicare. We already have Medicare. You just expand it to everybody, to include everybody. And now we don't have to pay $20,000 a person to Blue Cross. We pay $5,000 or $6,000 in taxes, and we get health care. That's how it's supposed to work. And you're never denied, and you don't have to sit on the phone with your insurance provider. That's how it's supposed to work. So when he tweets that out, he's just sticking his thumb in your fucking eye. Look at how stupid they are. They'll still vote for me. I'm to the right of Trump on a lot of shit, and they voted for me. Interesting. What other rights require me to pay massive sums of money to corporations in order to use this right? Very well said. Well, glad you asked. Welcome to the world of student loans. Next up, housing. Do you have a right to education, a right to housing? You're going to have to pay a corporation. Holy effing shit. For a second, I thought he had made the public option happen and somehow sprung it on us with no warning. But nope, your right is still limited to healthcare of the private, for-profit variety. He thought it was actually something instead of a platitude. That's what he says. That's what he's saying. Yeah, that's all the Democrats have for you is platitudes and corporate dicks in your ass. That's all they have for you. As George Carlin would say, a red, white, and blue corporate dick in your ass. For only $300, so someone went to that to get some health care for themselves for only $300 a month in premiums and an $8,000 deductible, you too can have access to the fundamental human right. So that's 3 times 12 is what? 36. So that's $3,600 in premiums for this one person, plus an $8,000. So that's 8 and 12. So that's like $13,000 right there. Before she starts paying copays and for her pharmaceuticals and all the other shit so that's minimum. What is that? A minimum $12,000, $13,000 a year. Minimum. Plus she pays taxes. More than half of America can't afford a $400 emergency, and yet they call an $8,000 deductible they call that access to health care. Yes, it's freedom. Talk to a debt collector. That's freedom. You have the right to go into medical debt. You have the right to go into bankruptcy. You have the right to go into debt because of a scam healthcare system. That's your right. That's completely false. The methodology on that was a survey, which is not scientific. Most probably So this person is saying what this person is saying is bullshit. This person says that's completely false. The methodology on that was a survey, which is not scientific. Most probably could get together the money. Oh. Most could probably come up with 13 grand a year like that. What? Do you know most wage earners earn $30,000? 50% of wage earners in America earn $30,000 or less. I like that. Shut the F up, liberal. That's very nice. That's nicely done. Come on Twitter. Comes on Twitter to defend $8,000 deductibles. Yale study says Medicare for All would save $450 billion a year and prevent nearly 70,000 deaths a year. Joe Biden says he would veto a Medicare for All bill as president. 87% of Democrats support Medicare for All, though Joe Biden doesn't. You think you have representation? You think you're represented? Did you know that Joe Biden is the single largest all-time recipient of contributions from the pharmaceutical and health product industry, receiving $8,550,422? Barack Obama is second with $5,565,877. And now you know why you don't have health care. And now you know why you're getting a mandate to get a jab instead of a mandate to get health care. Why can't they mandate you get health care if you get sick? That's what I would like. How about if I actually do get sick with COVID, you mandate that I get care? How about if I get sick from the vaccine, you mandate that I get care? Because workers can't afford to take a week off work when they get sick from the second jab, which is what happened to me, and I got sick until now. I never got better. What if I had a job? What if I was a bricklayer like I used to be and I had to go to work? I couldn't go to work. Where's my compensation for that? Where's my health care? All you did was give me a fucking vaccine that injured me, but you won't give me health care after I get injured? Something tells me you guys don't give a shit about my health. Something tells me you're captured by Big Pharma. Something tells me that every other lefty is too big of a pussy to ever talk about this. Go show me the lefty video that's critiquing the COVID response from the Biden administration. They're all a bunch of nutless wonders. Every one of them. Fucking pussies. Nick, let me bring you in. What do you have to say about Joe Biden saying that healthcare is a right and then telling you to go give money to a private corporation for that right?
See, these people, they always they use left language because they know it's popular. They know most people support healthcare for all. And this is the neoliberal hypocrisy that gets me, right? Because if you talk to them, you will get them to admit that we should treat COVID. Because they're like, oh, if you get COVID-19, it's not your fault. So we should at least provide healthcare for people who get COVID-19. This is at least what they say. But why doesn't that thought process apply to cancer treatments? So if someone get cancer, they should go bankrupt? You know, there's a woman who, she had to pay like $600 because she was waiting in the waiting room for 7 hours. She didn't even get treatment. She had to pay $700. But we got the guy who would veto Medicare for All, pretending he supports healthcare as a human right. You got people that say that other countries, they have state TV, right? You just show how Joe Biden broke the record for Wall Street funding. And now he's doing the bidding of Wall Street, the same Wall Street and Big Pharma that donates and get a lot of money to corporate media. So how is that not state TV? When they continue to feed lies. When they say that Democrats believe in healthcare and human rights, that's a lie. They don't. They are doing the bidding of Big Pharma. That is who Joe Biden is.
Well said. 100%. You're 100% right. You would think there'd be somebody at the White House that would say, no, that's a little too ridiculous for him to tweet that out. He's not even giving people the public option, which is what Barack Obama ran on 12 fucking years ago. Barack Obama said he would not sign a health care bill if it didn't have a public option. That's a promise. And then what did he do? He signed a health care bill that didn't have a public option. Barack Obama's entire cabinet came from an email from Citigroup. And you think that Barack Obama gives a shit about you? You think that you're represented? Princeton has already proven that we don't live in a democracy. Your democracy was stolen from you long ago. Trump didn't do that. You know who did that? The military-industrial complex, Wall Street, Big Pharma, and the fossil fuel industry. They're the ones who stole your democracy. You now live in an oligarchy. It doesn't matter what you want. It will never get reflected in legislation. 80% of the country wants Medicare for all. You're not getting it. So I think I would wish there was a real revolution. I wish people would actually make politicians scared. And what we need is the left to do an uprising, a nonviolent uprising that scares the shit out of them. That's what, like make them scared. Like when Nixon was scared that they were going to break through the gates. It's not a bad place to have your elected representatives be. But they want to make sure that you don't ever think about doing that, which is why they won't stop talking about January 6th.
Yes.
Which was, aided and abetted by the FBI, the intelligence community, and the cops.
The cops literally let them in.
Literally let them in, taking selfies with them. Go ahead.
They use January 6th as a excuse to fund the police more. That's why I don't have any tolerance. There are a lot of people that consider themselves on the left that still push January 6th hysteria, even though they funded the Capitol Police more, gave them surveillance powers, and then they use those powers to arrest indigenous activists on Indigenous Peoples Day. That's what they did with the money that you guys voted for.
Yep. Congratulations. Congratulations to all the people who ran interference for the squad. Ryan Grimm, Cenk Uygur. I want to let you know, on November 6th, we're going to be in Baltimore. November 11th, we're in Tempe, Arizona. November 12th, we're doing Los Angeles and Studio City. November 19th, Los Angeles and Studio City. And then Thanksgiving weekend in Portland, Oregon. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all those tickets.